How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we have some more MLB The Show in 19 news. We have another gameplay trailer here in the background. This one was featured with their GameStop Mondays MLB The Show is going to be doing. But it's talking a lot about the fielding being fixed up this year in the game. And it's a lot of good things to hear because there has been some fielding difficulties for some of us in the past. And they continue to improve on areas that need improved on. You gotta love it. You gotta tip your hat off to them for doing stuff like that. But some of the stuff they're talking about here is jumps off the bat from fielders are going to be different this year. As you guys know, in real life, some players out there in the field, they get a lot better jump off the bat when the ball's coming towards them than other fielders do. So that's going to make a bigger impact this year. Guys with a lower reaction rating may take a split second longer to go out there and field that baseball, which can be the difference, obviously, as we know, in a catch or possibly a double or a single. So it's very nice to see something like that added to the game, bringing more realism to the fielding aspect of the game. Fielding balls off the wall is also something they are now going to base more off your fielding abilities as well. This is something I'm a little bit more interested to see how it does indeed work, because honestly, it is one of those things I don't really think about much of fielding the ball off the wall as being a problem for any outfielder. But at the same time, I do understand how that can be difficult for some guys and not others. So it'll be interesting to see how something like that does play out in this game. They talked about 1,300 new fielding animations. Again, something desperately I think was needed. When you think about, again, you talk about how difficult it can be to make some catches. Your guys kind of flail or flop or go the wrong direction. You don't really anticipate them going. Adding new animations is going to fix that up, and it's going to make the game look a little bit nicer and a little bit newer, seeing some different fielding animations just in general from what we've had in years past. It's always nice to see the new, fresh stuff coming out there year after year to keep us from being in more of a plateaued state. There's also a new arsenal of head-to-head animations to tag out runners is what we're being told here. Again, I love this. This sounds great because when you think about it, one of those other problems as well when you're playing head-to-head against humans, you always get some of those guys that like running back and forth, first to second, second to third, to try to get out of a pickle and steal a base. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it's rather effective because of some of the animations of throwing a ball back and forth or trying to tag the guy. You kind of reach for the guy to tag him and you miss it, or so on and so forth. So hopefully we see these new animations that helps that out. They're also talking about tagging guys out at home plate and stuff, as you can see in the video. So hopefully we see a little bit of an improvement in that area. Overall, I love hearing all this. All the new fielding. Sony continues to surprise me year after year to find new ways to improve the game. Sometimes, like I said, some things I'm not even thinking about, they go out there and improve. So I love seeing all the new stuff they're going to be doing this year. This is obviously just the fielding stuff they're going to be working on. I can't wait to see some of the stuff they're going to work on in the game modes. More stuff when it comes to hitting. But regardless, this alone, it's going to add a whole other dynamic to the game, I think. When you consider team building in Diamond Dynasty, for example, you're not going to want to go out there and grab all terrible fielders and then struggle in the field. It's going to mean a lot more for you to actually pay for those guys with the 85 to 90 in the fielding rating, which can be tough to come by sometimes, and we may take it for granted in previous years. We'll see what they do this year, though. The ratings might be different because of that. We'll have to see what happens there. One last thing they did note in the video was improved hitting for high contact hitters as well. Another thing that is just great to hear. I remember seeing a lot of people, they weren't very happy last year. I've seen a lot of screenshots of, I squared this bad boy up. I'm using, a guy like a Jose Altuve, or in previous years, Daniel Murphy batting .330. You expect the best hitters in the game with those 95 plus contacts. When you're squaring it up perfectly, you're timing it perfectly, you expect base hits, and people weren't happy about that. Now, obviously, we can't go out there and still even expect a base hit every single time, because that's just not realistic in baseball. You get base hits 30% of the time and you're a Hall of Famer. But at the same time, I think we can see an improvement in that area to, satisfy both aspects of the realism and some of the people that are a little bit upset about that. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, we can't really tell until we play the game and see how it turns out. I'll try to keep you guys updated, though, with all the further news surrounding MLB The Show in future weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.